In this video, we will talk about average rate of change of a function. We will look at the formula and then we will work on some examples. So here is the formula for average rate of change of a function f between x equals a and x equals b. Basically, given function f, we want to find change in f, which is given by f of b minus f of a. And then in the denominator, we have change in x, which is b minus a. In other words, we can write that as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this formula will give us average rate of change of a function. If we look at the graph, so it means something like this. So if you have function f like this one, x equals a is here, x equals b is here. The point a, f of a would be right here, and the point b, f of b would be over there. So when we say average rate of change of f, we are looking at change in f when going from A to B. So which will be this height, because f of a is right here. Here we have the initial y value and here we have the final y value. So this height is the change in f. So this height is simply f of b minus f of a. And we divide that by change in x, which will be this length over here, which is b minus a. So that's why the average rate of change of function is f of b minus f of a, which is that height, over b minus a, which is this length. All right, so now let's look at some examples. In this example, we want to find the average rate of change of this function f of x equals x squared minus 2 between x equals 2 and x equals 5. To find the average rate of change of this function, we can just apply this formula right away. So the formula says f of b, in our case, b is 5, minus f of a, in our case, a is 2. So that's what we have on the top. Divide by b minus a, 5 minus 2. So this will give us the average rate of change. Now all we need to do is evaluate f of 5 and evaluate f of 2 and then simplify. So f of 5 is 5 squared minus 2, which is 25 minus 2, which is 23. Minus f of 2 is 2 squared minus 2, which is 4 minus 2, which is 2. So on the top we have 23 minus 2. And in the denominator we have 5 minus 2, which is 3. So that becomes 21 divided by 3. And that is 7. So the average rate of change of this function x squared minus 2 between x equals 2 and x equals 5 is 7. Let's look at the next example. So here we are given population of a small town Mandu in 2005 and in 2016. We want to find the average rate of change in the population over the 11-year period. So let's quickly write down the given data in a table using x and y. In this case, x is the year. So in 2005, the population is 271,005. And in 2016, the population is 195,600. So we have the x and y values. Now we are ready to apply formula to get average rate of change. The formula said average rate of change equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we can consider this one to be y2, this one to be y1. So this means on the top we have 195,600 minus 271,005. And in the denominator, we have x2 minus x1. So we can take 2016 to be x2 and 2005 to be x1. Now the rest is just evaluating. So when we use our calculator, on the top we get negative 75,405. And in the denominator, 2016 minus 2005 is 11. When we divide this, we get negative 6,855. So this is the rate of change in the population of Mando over this 11-year period. And here, one thing to note is we get negative value. Rate of change is negative, means it's a decrease, it's a decline. So this negative means the population is decreasing. So this is all we have in this video. We will talk more about rate of change in our next videos. Thank you.